Hey guys, wanted to record this. What I'm doing is I just washed my hair. I actually let it air dry, so it's still drying. It's just about dry. It's probably not like 95% dry. So I let my hair air dry because I decided that I'm gonna do a full install. I've had a few people request that I do a full install on video. Now, what I wanted to come at you guys and let you know was full installs take a while, especially for me to do on myself. But I have been thinking about doing one anyway because I cut my bangs off. Well, I cut my hair into bangs because the hair that I had here in the front, it was about right here. It was pulled out, it was about here. But I suffered some heat damage in the front. Because I've been wearing like the center part, the off center part and stuff like that. So I've been flat ironing my hair an awful lot. More than I normally would. Just being, I don't know, lazy I guess. I don't know what you're going to call it. But I've been flat ironing the heck out of my hair. So now my hair in the front here is, see, look at that. The curl pattern has relaxed a lot. So anywho, because of that, I decided that, well, you know what, to give my hair a break for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and braid it all up. So I'm going to do a full install on myself. And to save time, what I've done is I went ahead last night, I went ahead and created a closure for myself. This is not a glued or a bonded closure. I don't know if you can see this, but I created this with needle and thread, people. This is not a glue closure. This is a hair piece that I'm going to be able to use over and over again because I did it using the sewing technique, okay? So I'll be able to use this closure a few times. So I went ahead and made this to help speed up the process in doing this full sew-in, because you know when it's time to close it up, that's what takes the most time. It's very time consuming. So to eliminate some of the time, I went ahead and created a closure for myself, and I will be using this closure that I created when I do my full sew-in. So we're gonna see what this looks like together. I have not done a full sew-in on myself in probably about 2 years, so this should be interesting, okay, to say the least. This should be very interesting. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do the full sew-in, and the purpose of me doing this is to leave this shit alone. I fuck with it too much. As you can see, I've been fucking with it too much. For my taste. I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. I don't like my curl pattern to be relaxed like that. Okay? So, time for me to put it away. So like I said, I didn't blow dry my hair. I let it air dry. So that's why it looks a little crazy. You know? A little crazy. A little cray-cray. A little cray-cray. But it's all good. It'll be alright in a little bit. So, just to eliminate putting more heating tools on my hair for the sake of this install and going forward, I will be letting my hair air dry before I braid it up. So y'all, we'll see what the outcome of this is. So let's take this journey together. Okay guys, I braided my hair. I just went ahead and did the old-fashioned Coliseum. I mean, for me, I'm not concerned. My hair's thin, so I don't need to do any extravagant braid patterns because it's not going to make much of a difference anyway. I just put it in, you know, the Coliseum, the one flat, so it can be easy for me to just tie it down. I'm going to use a weaving cap to also help flatten it. I could have probably did them to the, I probably should have did them to the back, starting around right here. Because I don't want no bulk up the top. I probably should have right here. I would recommend for you guys, if you're gonna do a full sew-in, try to do at least 1, 2, maybe 3 braids going around in the Coliseum, going across like this, because you're going to need those ankle braids. But you can start, like for me, I could have just started from here on going straight to the back, which is normally what I do, but I was just being lazy. I didn't feel like braiding my hair. So I braided this up in like 15 minutes, just one big old braid going around. But I really should have braided from this second braid back. I should have braided all these straight to the back. I'm thinking I don't know, I might go ahead and do it. I might take this out and take it out to about right here and braid these just to the back. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm finished with my braid pattern. Like I stated, I decided to keep these 2 going around the perimeter of my head and do the rest going to the back. And this is what I did. And I just made one big braid, brought it on in with that one, and just stitched the one braid down. So that only took me, I took the other braid loose and I made these braids here. And that probably took me another 15 minutes, which is what I should have did from the beginning. So it doesn't take me very long to braid my hair because my hair is thin and I don't have a very large head, but it's not a very small head. But anywho, so I'm going to put this weaving cap on. And the buckles go in the back. So as I said, I was using a weaving cap because I'm going to do a full sew-in, which I have not done in a long time on myself. I'm going to be using this Malaysian Natural Straight, and I'm probably just going to mix this in with some of the I really didn't want to cut that Miss Perfect Indian Straight that I have, but if this is not enough, because I only have one bundle of that hair and I used quite a bit of it to make the closure, and I have some more of it, but I had cut the bundle in half when I first got it because I was going to use the other half for something else, and I can't find it, so all I found was half the bundle. So I used part of half the bundle here, and I got a little bit left right here. So I got a whole missing half a bundle somewhere. So if I can't find it, I'm just going to have to dig into a couple of pieces of the Miss Perfect hair that I have, and I really don't want to do that. So let's see what we come up with. I'm going to try to use this hair sparingly. And this is 16 inches of Malaysian Natural Straight. That's what this is. And this is 16 inches, so you know, it's just going to hit me about, I don't know if you can see it with this black shirt that I got on. Stand back. All right here, which is good because I really didn't want my hair real long with this full sew-in. Because I want to cut it up in layers and stuff. So I really didn't want to cut up some long hair, but I needed some hair with some length. So I have 16 inches here. So we're going to use this. Okay? Okay. I put the cap on and I just stitched it down around the perimeter. I didn't do any type of weave stitching or anything. I just stitched it down. So, alright y'all. So I'm going to go start stitching this in, and I'll come back periodically to show you guys the progress. But I'm not going to do the wraparound method on this hair. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I want to ensure that I'm spacing enough in the back, because like I said, I lost a whole half a pack of hair. I don't know where it is around here. So I'm going to, you know, make sure I leave enough space in between when I place my tracks in the back. So in order to do that, since I'm doing this on myself, I'm going to go ahead and cut these. So I'll come back and show you guys my progress. This is where I am so far. And this is the one bundle of 16 inches. And I'm up to here. Now, I know a lot of people, when they do their full sew-ins, they go, you know, they bring it around the circle, but I don't like my, how can I say, I don't like my front to be too heavy. So I concentrate most of the weight to be in the back and on the sides. So in order to achieve that, what I do is I keep coming from a horseshoe, ear to ear horseshoe direction until I get to a certain point. Like maybe I might do one more horseshoe here, and then after that I'll start bringing it around. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, I have officially ran out of hair, which I figured as much. I told you guys it's like a half pack of hair somewhere around here. I'm gonna try to find it. So I need to finish up the crown in the front, and then I'm going to actually leave enough so that I can put my closure on, which is this piece. I'm going to be using this closure. So this will give you a kind of idea of what it's going to look like after I fill the rest of it in. So I'm going to probably be stopping when I get to about here. Or here. Because I'm going to put my closure here. Yeah. Put my closure here. And as I stated before, this is a closure that I made to help me eliminate using a lot of time doing this full sewing. So anyway, I'll be back, guys. I gotta find some hair. I gotta find some hair. I'm gonna see if I can find the rest of this hair, because it's really nice. I like it. So I gotta see if I can find the rest of it. But my closure is with the Malaysian natural straight. So, all right, I'll be back. Hey guys, wanted to show you what I'm doing is I found some hair. I'm just gonna use a few pieces of my Indian straight, the shorter pieces, which I'll be using up here. It's not gonna be that much because I did create the closure. So what I'm doing, alright, let me show you what I'm doing in the front. I do my full sewings a little differently than probably a lot of people you probably see here on YouTube, like I said, because I don't like a lot, and it's just a personal preference. It's not that, everybody has their own way of doing things. I prefer for my weight, as I said with the hair, to be in the back and on the sides. I don't like my weight to be right up in here. I don't like it to be too heavy. So that's why I don't start turning my tracks until I get closer to, like, when I look at my face or I look at one of my clients, I normally don't start turning until like I start right where their eyes stop, like here. Okay, so I just look at the eye and move straight up, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's just something I do. That's not a rule. So I started turning mine right here, see? And that way, so what I did was I just, bring the track around. I start my bend, and I start making little U's going this way. And then I'm going to make some more U's coming this way. Not necessarily a circle, but I'm going to do small circles, or semicircles as you call them. I'm going to start the next track. I'm going to come from, well, this is a little short, but I'm going to turn it there and turn it there. Okay, so that'll be how I will lay the next track. And I'm probably gonna excuse me, I'm probably gonna go ahead after I lay this one, because I don't like my hair to be, like I said, too heavy in the front. I really don't care for my hair to be too heavy in the front, but I don't want it to be too thin either. So what I'm gonna do is, after I lay this track, I'm going to take my closure and I'm going to place my closure up here just to kind of see how much space I got. I might stitch it down, I might not, because once I stitch down my closure, I can always flip my closure up and fill in the spaces underneath the closure, which I prefer to do that way, because sometimes if you just keep on stitching down tracks and you know that you're using a closure, you know, you might end up stitching down too much hair and not enough space is left to secure your closure. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this one down. And I may stitch one in the back. Like I said, I'm doing little semicircles. So I'll probably do that. I'm going to go ahead and stitch one down. And sometimes I split my tracks in the front. But I don't know. I don't even feel like doing that today. If it looks too heavy, I'll split it. But I'm gonna go ahead and stitch this down. Do I have a needle thread? So I gotta stitch this one down. And I'll come back when it's time to close it up.
Get your hands up, put them up, drop them down. Hands on your knee, girl, wiggle to the ground. Wiggle to the ground, girl, wiggle to the ground. Wiggle to the ground, girl, go on, break it down. You can go up, you can go down. Hands on your knee, girl, wiggle to the ground. You can go up, you can go down. Hands on your knee, girl, wiggle to the ground. Girl, wiggle to the ground. Wiggle to the flow, you know we brown stacks. Gonna get low, toot it up, pop that. Girl, break it down, I see you know some. I'ma get behind you and I'ma throw some. Toss a little money, the wood sound funny. The way she wiggle in my lane, I'ma crash dummy. Beauty got skills, baby got the way she wiggle to the beat. Her booty got swag, her booty got swag. Drop it down and make it work. Her booty got swag. Drop it down and make it work. Throw it back, throw it back, throw it back. Wiggle that, wiggle that, wiggle that. Get your hands up, put them up, drop them down.
Now I'll stitch this one down. So I guess you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. This is how I weigh it to the side. I think I'm gonna put another one coming this way. So instead of just going around like that, I'm just basically doing semicircles, you know, for a little more control, basically. And I just picked up a piece of hair off the floor. See, and then, like I said, it's just a personal preference. Because I like the weight to be in the back more than in the front, in the back and on the sides. See how it's coming together all? Alright, so I'm going to stitch this one down. Let me tap my face. Now see, y'all watch. Now I'm going to do the stitch this way. Because this is the way I'm used to doing it. I'm comfortable with stitching. I'm still going to shit. Alright, I'm going to have to go through this one. I ain't got time for all that. Just to keep it in place. But the rest of them I'll be going under it. Just to keep that end down because I cut it. So.
Yes, sir. And she only had an hour lunch, and I told her to take more time than that because they would practice and pain, and then after we had to clear up.
And I'm not going through the weft now. I just went through the weft though at the very end, just to kind of make sure that it was flat. And for security, I like to go through the weft at the very end. But the rest of the weft, I don't normally do that. So, I know what Jennifer Hudson had. If anybody else sick of her, I'm about sick of her big mouth ass. I'm like, okay, Jennifer, you lost some weight. And you do look good. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at the TV back here. She looks great. But I'm sick of these fucking Weight Watcher commercials. Because my ass is still fucking fat. So I'm mad with her. Damn fucking right. God damn it. That bitch done left me fat. I got to get on damn Weight Watchers because of her ass. Putting all that pressure on me and shit. That's peer pressure. You can't be getting on damn commercials looking like that and shit when you used to be all fat. Even though she looked pretty to me fat, I thought Jennifer Hudson was very attractive when she was bigger. She's very attractive now. But I thought she was cute when she was bigger. But that's a personal preference. I mean, she won't lose weight. You know, she in Hollywood, so I can understand. She got peer pressure too. Her peers are thin. She want to blend in. She around a lot of folks who like to be thin. You know, but I tell you what, let me lose a significant amount of weight, because actually I'm smaller now than I was when me and my husband first met. And he will tell me from time to time, boo, you look like you losing weight. Not boo, you look good. Boo, you look like you losing weight. Make sure you don't lose too much weight, because I don't like no small girl. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? If I lose weight, you gonna leave me? Or you gonna mess around on me? What the hell? I'm like, bye, nigga, bye. Shit. I ain't gaining or losing for nobody but me. Sometimes, you know, that's just the way it is. We go up and down. I ain't alone, shit. But it's crazy when your man tell you some shit like that. Tell you, he don't want you to lose weight. Not that he want me fat either, but he don't want me to. He just like he like my size. Put it that way. He like my assets. Bye.